Hi, welcome back. It's Gone Solo Troika. I am your host and storyteller, Royce Rosewood, and we're jumping right in. So just bookkeeping things. I have really trimmed down our thread list. There was some things that were unresolved, especially around Magnaza being hunted by King Olympus and what happened to Magnaza's gold. Now that Magnaza's off going to go do her own thing, I just let all of those drop. And also I cleaned up our NPC list, cut it about by half, just to kind of like focus in. There still might be some surprises, but we're sort of kind of clearing the way after that previous arc as we go into this next part. So in our last episode, the party had like a celebratory festival in God's Reign to celebrate their victory over the Frostbug and Ogrepush. We sort of wrapped up a whole bunch of minor threads. Dozent, the leader, gave them a balloon-based egg, which they needed to do to complete their quest with Myconette. And they headed back. On the way, Goldbone learned that Pointage was the one who killed Vialglu, the enthusiastic burglar from episode 1. Turns out Vialglu was a member of Goldbone's guild, and now there's tension between Pointage and Goldbone. They get to Myconette. It doesn't seem like Myconette is the one who sent the robots to attack Diaprise. Although he does know about them, he suspects it's King Olympus. So Magnaza goes off to do her thing. Dragad goes off to do his thing, and Pointage and Goldbone are going to go investigate to see if King Olympus is the one who indeed sent the robots to Diaprise. Pointage because he was there, he was part of the attack, and Goldbone because she cares about the ghosts that all she met in Diaprise, and also she wants Pointage to prove his true character after he killed her friend. So that's where we're at. Let's find out what's going to happen. Let's go. All right. So, unbeknownst to me, turns out Goldbone was raised in Madwell. That's where the Guild of Sharp Corners is based. So they must have some sort of cell there, or chapter, I guess. Maybe it's a large guild, yeah. So there's a chapter there in Madwell. And so they are going to head out there. Now, when Pointage and Magnaza went out, there was this, shout pod you could get in and someone would magically shout you down. But I think Goldbone, as she is sort of connected to the sort of underground organization, I think maybe she knows a secret way into Madwell, a different way that they can't be tracked in case someone is tracking them. I don't think anybody's tracking them, but she just knows a different way. What is it? Oh, it's a little monkey. Okay, so there are like these sheep-sized or like small pony-sized monkeys that live sort of on that side of Troika, outside the outskirts of Troika, sort of in the wildlands. Maybe there's a forest, and there's a way that you can like whistle to them, and they'll come down and they'll let you ride them. And so you go through the dark forest, and they will get you into Madwell. And both Goldbone and Pointage are small, right? Pointage because he's a dwarf. Goldbone because, well, she's small and also like a child. She's like 10 years old. And so she shows Pointage how to do this. They whistle. They get on the monkey creatures, sort of beast of burden / monkey creature, and they ride them through the forest to secret their way into Madwell. So as they get into Madwell, what comes to bear? Let's roll in our event table 3. We're going to roll in our thread table. Well, there's not a lot on there now. What do we get? 1. Did King Olympus send the robots? Well, that's what they're here to test. So if this thread is coming up, I feel like it's got to be really clear and really obvious. We know Kegelimus runs the factory in Madwell, where they make the listening dishes and also the speaking dishes. There's magical communication dishes. So as they come in out of the woods, and they're sneaking by the factory, they notice that the factory is making something different now. Maybe the windows are slightly open. Maybe it's been expanded in some way. And they see those familiar, segmented tentacles, the robotic tentacles, that are kind of like moving in and out and kind of moving things around and building something new. And when they see that, those magically animated mechanical robotic tentacles, they recognize them immediately. Pointage from his memory and Goldbone from the ruins that they saw, and then the reconstructed one. And this seems pretty obvious to them that Kegelimus was probably involved. That seems like pretty specific evidence. So there might be a little bit more to investigate, but that's where we're going. So it seems like Goldbone would know there would be like a secret, hideout that the guild has that's maybe hidden in something else. So let's roll on our point of interest table here and see what we get. All right, 43. A museum or zoo. We just took the monkeys in. So, yeah, maybe it's not so much a zoo as it is like a little park where the monkeys come and hang out. And there's sort of a low wall around it. There's little paths and, it's nice. And there are trees. And then within the park, there must be some sort of hidden door. And maybe it's in one of the trees. Yeah, maybe there's a specific tree and you can kind of knock on the little knot and then it'll open up beneath the roots. And that's how they get down in. They do that, they say goodbye to the monkeys and they sort of slide down this underground tunnel underneath this tree. It closes up behind them and there's a chute, right? And so they're and they go, wee! And they come out and they're underground and, it's a dark chamber and it's lit by torches and it's all very woo, we're assassins. Obviously there's some sort of guard there, but Goldbone, is able to make the secret sign with her hands, or the guard recognizes her too. Anyway, she's able to grant entry because she's a member of the guild and the guard. But then the guard stops Pointage. Says, hold on, who is this? And Goldbone says, he's with me. And the guard, waits them in. So there's this, underground place, hidden place. There are other assassins in there. Black clothes, sort of, milling about, or going in and out of places, or sharpening blades, or brewing potions, or, there are a bunch of assassins here. And she goes to the main chamber, where I assume there's some sort of, figurehead, leader of whatever this chapter of the guild is. It's like a guild mother, let's say. She goes and requests audience with the guild mother. So there are, people in cloaks standing along, and it's all made of stone, this stone room, and there are torches along the wall, and it's all very spooky. So let's learn a little bit about this guild mother personality. 361, transgressive. She's got, an asymmetrical haircut, and she's got piercings and, tattoos, and she's just, punk aesthetic, anarchist aesthetic, Her hair, those wild colors, and she's kind of got this attitude, just like whatever. And I think maybe she has maybe more political motivations for her, assassinations maybe. And so, and we need a name for her. We got a tank, and we got a hut. So Tinket. We got Tinket, the Guild Mother. Goldbone comes in, and remember, this was her first job that she was sent out of, right? Mike and it contacted the guild somehow, and they sent their most journeyman assassin to help him out. And so Tinket rises and is happy to see Goldbone. And says, little one, young one, welcome back. How was your first job? And Goldbone pulls out the big sack of money and, offers the cut. She has to, give back a certain cut to the guild, to pay her dues in a way. And Tinket takes the gold and piles it up and then hands it off to whoever, manages that, some sort of, another assassin, the accountant assassin who makes notes of all that. And Tinket says, very good, very well, very well. And did you get your first kill? Well, we know Goldbone did not. I don't think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Goldbone has even scored a hit on anyone. So the question is, does she tell the truth or does she lie? I don't think Goldbone could lie, not to her guild. Goldbone, sort of sinks her head and says, I am sorry, Guild Mother. I do not yet have my first kill. And Tinket kind of looks her over. Says, well, you're an interesting little one, aren't you? Well, we've taught you our ways, but we do not know of your origin. So, but you'll get there. I am sure there are many more assignments ahead of you. If you're interested, you're also welcome to stay and refresh. But I notice that you've brought a guest with you. Kind of leans back. So, this is interesting, Goldbone. What are you doing? Goldbone sort of reaches up as high as she can. She's small. But to announce to the room, says, "This is Vialglu's killer." And there's sort of a gasp and murmuring and susurrations from the crowd. Knives are drawn and crossbows are drawn. But Tinket sort of waves them all off. Says, wait. I feel like Goldbone maybe has more to tell us. And Goldbone says, yes. This dwarf is responsible for killing our well-known and cherished member, Vialglu. But he has made a promise to me that he is going to prove his true character to me. So I have taken it upon myself to accompany him on investigation of import to both of us. And if he proves himself, then I will consider that his debt forgiven, with your approval, of course, Guild Mother. And Tinket kind of looks her over and says, well, this is not our way, but you are an unusual one, Goldbone. You have taught me many things over the years, such as they are, the few that you've spent with us. Very well. If you trust and see that there is good in this dwarf, this killer of one of our own, well then, so be it. But if not, then, well, the customary penalty and punishment will apply. You understand, don't you, Goldbone? Goldbone nods. And Pointage says, well, what's that? And Goldbone says, it is too horrible to speak of. Pointage's kind of, Pointage's not feeling super comfortable in this room of people who knew the burglar that he smashed the head in all those episodes ago. Tankett says again, well, so what is this? You said you're on an investigation. Yes, what's this all about? Goldbone says, well, we have reason to believe that Olympus, the wizard of Madwell, who you all know and are very familiar with, some of you even work at his factory. I assume that's probably the case. Undercover assassins at the factory. They sort of have their fingers in probably a lot of different places. So anyway, they're all familiar with Olympus here in Madwell. We have reason to believe that he is the one responsible for sending the robots of Pizak, the machine sphere, to attack Diaprise all those hundreds of years ago. We've seen the changes in the factory, and the arms that they're using, those mechanical arms, are almost identical to the ones of the robots that attacked Diaprise. Is Tankett able to tell them about any of the changes that have been going on? Yes, absolutely. Oh, she knows. She knows exactly what's going on. She's got ears and eyes in all the right places. So, oh, great. So we've got sort of a mind helmet. Oh, that's very interesting. Yes. Olympus not too long ago changed the production schedule in the factory. And of course, we have many workers there who keep an eye on things. And he's working on something new, a new piece of magic technology that will be able to control minds. He calls it the Mind Hat. Not a very creative namer, Olympus, but that is what it is. Of course, this would be an object of tremendous power, so we can't let a wizard have it. So we've been working on ways to be able to obtain it, but Olympus is a shifty one, and always seems to be a step ahead of us, as talented and sneaky as we are. So that's what's going on, and that's what he's doing. What he's planning to do with it, we can only guess. But if he was indeed the one who sent the robots to attack Diaprise, I can only imagine that his intentions are not good. Well, what do you plan to do? Goldbone says, well, I know his manner is one that's not very easy to sneak into. And Tankett says, yes, we've not had a lot of success in even locating it. I assume it's maybe magically protected or invisible, or I don't know. But if we're going to stop this Mind Hat business, I'll tell you what. We've got someone who we were preparing for a mission anyway. Perhaps you all can go together. Goldbone says, great. All right, so they've got another assassin. Let's tell us about this assassin. And they're 333. Sentimental. 135. Demon. Oh, weird. Okay. A sentimental demon named... So we have a scientist and we have a phone. So we're going to call this demon Siphon. How do you like that? Siphon the sentimental demon. Out of the shadows of the back corner, the shadows sort of gather and assemble, and there's this, plume of dark smoke that gathers together, and then a hooded figure appears in the black robes of the assassin. But then they, lift open their hood, and they've got, demons, so, they've got red skin and horns and, blazing eyes and sharp teeth. This is what I'm going to imagine this demon looks like, or is at least choosing to manifest itself as in the presence of the mortals. And Siphon smiles wide. And Goldbone sort of gets a chill. This is, yes, they're all criminals, but this feels like a step beyond to make. There's a demon assassin. Like, this is weird. This is a little bit more than she bargained for. Tankett says, "This is Siphon. Siphon is a demon, and a long-standing member of the guild who has been transferred over to our chapter to help with this particular mission. We believe that he will be able to locate this magically hidden manor of Keg Olympus, and so you will go with them." Siphon just smiles. These shiny golden teeth. I don't know why they're golden. It just came to me. The teeth are golden. Well, a deal with a demon. That's different and interesting. They sort of go off into a separate room. And there's, maybe like a low table, and, there's still torches, and, maybe there's, a little bowl of fruit and, a jug of water. This is sort of like a smaller off to the side room where they're going to make their plan. What is Siphon able to tell them about their plan? The pixie wings, which, makes me think of Pointage. So Siphon smiles and is sentimental, right? So they sort of pull out their knife, and they're looking over it, and they just really cherish this knife that they have. And, Goldbone and Pointage sit down, and Siphon looks at them and says, "Oh, it is such a pleasure to be back on the plane of mortal. It has been a long time, and I have such fond memories of my time here. Well, I'm glad that you're finally here, Pointage." Pointage says, How did you know my name? How did you know I was coming?" "You didn't think that you could get a potion that would grant you wings and acid breath for no cost, did you? How fortunate you were to come up against such a powerful potion. I've been pulling strings for quite some time, and they're all coming together now. Yes, I know you went off to Scamarine to get that potion, and that old woman that you bought it from." And so Siphon turns into the old woman, and Pointer says, "My goodness. We haven't established any of this. We just, these are just little threads that didn't get picked up on. I didn't know it was a demon in disguise, but now we do. This is why we do this. This is crazy and fun." And Siphon turns back. "Yes, so that was demon craft, that potion, and as such there are strings attached. Yes, so I'm going to pull on one of those strings now. We're going to need your help. Olympus's manor is not only invisible, it also is in the air. So we will need someone who can fly up into it. And that's going to be you. I assume you are strong enough to carry this Goldbone, this little one, on your back. And Pointage says, well, I haven't tried it, but I think we could probably do that. She's pretty small, and I'm pretty strong. And Siphon says, good. Yes, I, of course, could fly. And I have many strange, unnatural abilities, but Olympus's magic is quite strong. And I am also not able to get to teleport myself, as I might usually be able to do, into his secret manor. But I have some methods. And oh, it's the knife again. They pull out the knife. This is a demon blade, capable of slicing through all sorts of magic. So between your flight and Goldbone, yes, you'll be able to take this blade for me. And slice a hole that I may get through with you. And Goldbone, well, why couldn't you just do this yourself? Siphon says, the wards on the manor are quite strong and prevent me from even approaching within a large distance of it. But you mortals, although you will not be able to see the manor, you will be able to approach into a more interior magical barrier, and so make entrance for me. And Goldbone says again, what do you want to get into Olympus's manor? And Siphon kind of, well, it's best not to look too deeply into the affairs of demons. Siphon gives them a time and place to meet, and then kind of vanishes and disappears. Goldbone kind of looks at Pointage and says, I don't know what we're getting into here. Pointage says, I suspected there was something strange about the way I had obtained that potion, but here we are. If there are demons involved, it's best that I don't try any trickery or deception. We have to follow this plan, and after all, this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to investigate Olympus. It seems pretty clear if he's got the same robot arms. And also, we have to stop this mind hat. That's not something that he should have. That's not something anyone should have, much less an unstable wizard. One says, I agree. I just hope we're not getting into something too deep. They agree to go to the time and place that Siphon wanted them to meet. And they're going to go try to break into this magical, invisible, flying stronghold. And with this demon blade. So we're going to see what, if anything, event comes to bear or complicate. NPC table. Let's see. 16. Browdana the Alzabrarian. Well, what are they doing? Building, it sort of looks like an office building. They're waiting in this place, sort of on the outskirts of Madwell. Up from the road comes this, orange bear-like creature, kind of, but sort of standing upright and has maybe put on like a nice scarf or something, and just trying to be very, very proper, and is holding like a case. Goldbone recognizes Pointage, sees this creature and is like draws a weapon. It draws his hammer in defense. But Goldbone says, No, I know this one. They're a librarian. they've taken control of the El Sapo, and it looks like they're doing pretty good. And Brodana kind of comes up and says, "Oh, well, didn't expect to see you again. Well, how do you do?" Goldbone says, "How do you do? What brings you to Madwell?" And Brodana says, "Well, I actually need to renew my librarian's license. But I'm a little bit afraid that since my appearance has changed, they won't accept me." And Goldbone says, don't worry about that. I'll go with you. I can vouch for you." And Brenna, are you sure? Goldbone says, "No problem. We're supposed to meet someone, but this shouldn't take very long, should it?" There's a building, sort of a larger, more official building for what counts as official out here in sort of the rural areas. And, people are like, she's a beast. She's a creature. So people are kind of like fleeing and shutting up doors. And they go into the office and, there's a table and it's all, very official and it's sort of, bureaucratic. And there's some sort of weird little creature. I got a rocket. So it's kind of like a little weird, like alien creature. It looks like a little green guy with big eyes who looks up and it's pretty, and goes, no, it's okay. This is Brodana. They're the keeper of the Library of Diaprise, and they're fine. They're they just need to renew their librarian's license, and they look a little different, and I'm here to let you know that it's all fine, and I'm vouching for them. All right, so she doesn't have anything in particular. We'll see if this is able. Oh, great! She needed to roll under a 5, and she rolled a 4. The little office creature, convinced by this speech, and relaxes visibly and says, "Yes, Brodana. I do recognize that name. Yes, you've been registering with us for quite some time. Well, this is abnormal, but I'll just have you fill out a change of body form, standard things, and yes, and that should all be good, and you shouldn't have any problems in the future." They help Brodana figure all that out, and Brodana comes back out and says, Well, thank you. I appreciate that. My library is a little bit out of the way. I don't get a lot of visitors, and so this is sort of the first time I've been among other people, and I've not been used to the way that they're treating me in my new body. Goldbone says, "Don't worry about them. You just be you. You've done nothing to give any of these people any trouble. It'll just take people a little bit of adjusting." And Brandon says, "Well, thank you very much. Is there anything I can do for you?" Is there anything? 2 things. 2 things, actually. Well, one is sort of a minor thing. You might remember my companion, Dragog. I'm pretty sure he's on his way to you if you haven't seen him already. He'd like to access the lost library. Oh, we tracked down Grinshout and defeated him, so that's all taken care of. Brodana's a little taken back by this news. It's like, after all this time, and you did it? By goodness. Well, very well. Yes, I'll. So just make sure to let him in, and he's looking for specific scrolls and things, and so just make sure to help him out. Well, very well. And Goldbone also pulls out that glass galaxy sphere and says, "And just one other thing, do you recognize this? Can you tell me anything about this?" No. "Oh, no, sorry. I've never seen anything like that, but, well, I'll try to look in the stacks, see if I can find anything, and I'll send you a note if I can. Sorry, couldn't repay your favor. Well, that's fine. Just repay it to my friend. Let him access the Lost Library. He's very excited about it. Says, very well. Right. All right. So, well, a little detour, unusual detour, but all right. So they go back to the meeting place with Siphon, who appears, and now it's starting to get a little bit late. Siphon says, all right. Are you ready to go assassinate a wizard? And we'll stop it there. All right. Thank you so much. I love this. We never know where we're going. And now we've got a demon assassin and Goldbone's helping out librarians. I just love it. It's great. So, thanks so much for sticking around. If you're enjoying this, please like, subscribe. It lets me know that you like this and you want to see more of this. Please share with friends. We're just getting more and more subscribers every week, and I just love it. So it's my pleasure to share it with you. So please share it along. Thanks so much. This is Science Fantasy Awesome, and you're awesome.